Alright, now it's Sunday afternoon, kind of late. Since Mama's sick, I had to do the grocery shopping. Boy, I barely have the patience for that. And you sure can fit $100 in a shopping cart right quick. Anyways, enough complaining. I'm gonna tear the rest of this motor down and see if it still looks suitable, and if it does, I'm gonna order up some parts. Alright, the little man just popped the drain plug out and we're draining the oil, and luckily he did not take a bath in it. So we'll drain the oil out. We've got to remove the fuel pump, front pulley, pull that balancer off, remove the timing cover, pop the oil pan off. You think we can do all that?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get crack-a-lacking. I might be able to go in the house on the next one. You handle it, huh? He's a man of few words, this one. Alright, we got the super greasy oil pan off it. And it appears the bottom end has been apart. You can see where somebody took a punch and put one dot and one dot, and two dots and two dots, and three dots and three dots, and so on. And it's got a Melling M55 oil pump in it. But at first glance, everything looks okay in the bottom end. We're going to go ahead and pull the timing cover off, pull the cam out, and then we'll drop some pistons out. Do you see anything different about this motor than the one we took apart yesterday?
These things.
No, these things.
Oh.
See, the other one was a 4-bolt main. It had wider saddles and bolts right here. This one is a 2-bolt main. Well, you know what? That's okay. We're not building a high horsepower motor.
Nope.
We're just building one a little better in stock, hopefully. Alright, the timing chain and gears have been replaced at some point, because that's a metal gear. But holy, wore out timing chain, So that is junk. But that's okay, you know why?
Why?
Because your mom might be able to make something out of it.
Who knows? Maybe she'll make a set of teeth.
Maybe. That darn thing's about to fall off there. Look at that. I've seen them worse though. I had one wore a hole in the timing cover. It was so loose. Alright, we just pulled the camshaft out. And it's not as bad as I was expecting, but there's a few lobes there. Most of the bump's gone. But the lifters were cupped a little. Not as bad as I thought, though. I think this is going to be a good motor to freshen up. Here, take it back. Alright, let's continue. Alright, we got 6 of the pistons out. Got 2 more to go. You know why?
Why?
Because there's 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. I learned that in school. Did you?
That makes sense, yes.
Okay. And the bearings don't look too bad. They're standard. It does look like they got a little contamination issue, like it had gas in the oil or something at one point, which is possible. Sometimes that happens when a fuel pump goes bad. But the crank looks nice. Nice. We'll mic it just to make sure when we get all done, but let's continue. Yes. Shall we? So little man just made an observation. he asked me what was left. I said, well, we got to take the main cap, so I'll pull the crank out. And he said, unless this thing splits in half again, I don't see much else. Well, you're right, bud. Alright, so far I'm pretty impressed with the block. I think I can just re-ring it. The upper bearings on the mains look okay, except the front one, which can be a sign of the fan belts being too tight, I think. But the lowers ain't looking so good. That's brass, baby. You can see the brass. And then on the bearings you can see if you can see it there. I think they're a thousandths under Cleveite 77s. The journal don't look too bad. I don't know, I'm gonna mic them and see what it looks like. Alright, I got out my mic set and mic'd the crank. The rods check out fine, but the mains not so much. That one's about 3 thousandths under, and so was that one. And the others aren't so bad. I don't know. I'm gonna see what kind of bearings are available. When I used to mess with this more, you could get them at 1, 2, maybe 3. I don't know. The crank don't look too bad. What it needs is it needs a crank turned. That's what it needs. But let me do a little research. It had 1 under bearings in it, 1/1000 under bearings, and it didn't knock. So if I want it to run and not never knock until it's wore out. Well, pal, I'm about ready to call it a night. How about you?
I guess so.
Would you care to ring the bell to signify the end of the evening?
Might be my honor.
Would it now? Alright, Dan. Let's go in the house. Or are you still busy? What you building? An old army flashlight?
Well, I need 2 very annoying, expensive things.
Oh, yeah.
These things, well, not double D, D batteries.
D batteries, say.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I got any, but if I do, you're welcome to them.
Alright.
Did you test them yet and see, make sure they're junk?
Well, I couldn't find my tester thingy. I was pretty sure I had it in my electrical box.
Here, you can use mine. There's one on this bench, I think. You know, people are making fun of me about my bench.
Well,
My feelings are hurt. How about you?
that's not really my bench. So.
Oh, so your feelings are fine?
Yeah.
Okay.